All right, so today we're going to go over how to dial in your table and how to get your cuts to a higher quality. Now, I will be making this into a series of videos, so after you watch this video, there will be 2 other videos attached that show you how to fix and adjust small pieces that I won't necessarily be able to show you in just this one video. The first thing that you're going to do, and you're going to notice this table here, water is actually relatively low. What we recommend in terms for best cut quality is to put the water right up to the material, just underneath the material. This reduces the heat, reduces the warping, and actually improves the quality of the cut, removing a lot of the slag that you would, on a regular basis see from your table. So first thing you could do, raise up the water. Second thing that we like to do is we like to make sure our air is clean. And now and you'll have to forgive, over in this corner here we have a air dryer, and that air dryer goes through and makes sure that when we are cutting with the plasma cutter, the air that's coming out of it, the air that is essentially forming that plasma, is clean. You're having a clean cutting blade. Clean cutting blade means cleaner cuts. So make sure that your air is dry and clean. You can add a couple polybowl filters. There's a lot that you can do. Just make sure you look into it. Another thing to improve your cut quality is to regulate your pressure a bit more. And on our tables here, we do have a regulator right just before our machines. And for the Hypertherm 45 XP, we like to have it sit at around 110 to 120 PSI. It just seems in our environment to work the best for having the cleanest cut available on the table. Again, that's up to you. However, that's a perfect way to start to see or start to make small adjustments and see a quality change on the table. Now, another one would be pierce height and cut height, and part of that is determined by, or that is actually determined by the software. And the next video will show you how to adjust that touch-off sequence to give you a more accurate cutting height, or to change your cut height. And you can also change your cut height in SheetCam. Same thing with your cut speed. That's all determined by SheetCam. So when you are opening up your operations, you'll actually see a window that says, what is your feed rate? Your feed rate is going to be your speed. That's what we're going to be adjusting to improve the quality of the cuts on the table. And you can actually run a series of lines, one after another, in the table to then determine whether or not you're going to have a decent amount of slag and what speed works best. And again, you're just going to have to play around with it a little bit to dial in your plasma to your environment, but that's the best way to get started. Cut height, cut speed, the air quality, also check your consumable quality, the height of the water on the table, the height of the physical cut itself, and lastly, I want to say take a look at the file quality. Make sure that you have a clean file so that when it's running, it's not 20 to 30 vectors from here to here. It'll be more like one vector here, one vector to here, one vector to here. Every vector can decrease the quality of a cut if they're in excess. So just something to watch out for, but those are what you want to look at. Watch the other videos here to see how we make those adjustments necessary.